Hey there, welcome to White Crow Roping episode 45. Been down here in this cold morning roping my dummy, and I learned something Sunday. I went to a 7-pick draw and got in a bunch and did not do as good as I was hoping. But a kid there who ended up winning the roping asked me, "Why are you using such a small loop?" And I didn't think I was, and I looked at him, and he said it as a comment, but also a question, like he was genuinely curious, and said, "Your rope is really good, but why are you using such a small loop?" And I looked at him and fed my rope out, and I was like, "Well, it's not that small." And then I looked at it and said, "Yeah, it kind of is small." And I realized over the last couple of days, I've been letting my coils creep up on me, just getting shorter and shorter here, and without paying attention, I was struggling to rope steers clean around 2 horns, and I've been riding a bunch and helping break in some fresh cattle, and my horse was working awesome, and everything else was right, but I didn't have a confidence, and when I'd get to my spot, then I was struggling to reach, and then I'd throw a coil, and it'd be too long, and I'd wave it off, or it was a tough time. And that was one time where just paying attention and being humble enough to, instead of getting pissed or mad at somebody for questioning what I was doing, or a low number guy making a comment about my roping, he said it in a real nice way, and I was able to think about it. And that was Sunday, and yesterday and today I've been playing around with getting my loop back and where it needs to be, to where I can get that confidence back that I'm going to go and catch 20 in a row or whatever. I can go in this dummy and rope 50 or 100 in a row and never split the horns, and they won't all be the snappiest loops in the world, but that's to me a powerful confidence booster when I'm back in the box for money, to know that I ride to my spot, I can catch them. And something that had been missing that day. So I'm pretty grateful to that kid that said something to me, and it's a good reminder for me when somebody says what could be a critical remark, to just listen and see where it might fit into your program, and it's benefited me to remember that. And in the same vein, a couple of days before, I'd been practicing, and this guy was healing, and I turned some real good steers for him, and a couple times, and then I was struggled a little bit with one that got heavy in the corner and wanted to duck right, and then I jerked him out and switched him, and not a real healable run unless your name is Jay Corkle or something. I'm sure he would have snatched him up on the corner. But he said he described how he tells his son to heal steers in a way that I hadn't heard it in these words before, and even though I might have heard it in some way, that it struck me at that time, and he told me, watch that steer's head, and as soon as his head turns, then you can haul him out of there. And I've always been, I think, one of my stronger parts of my game has been handling steers and either getting them slowed down enough or keep them hopping or run a pretty smooth corner. But that was like a missing piece in my head, that to know how to do it consistently every time was just to keep, after I go to my horn and pick that steer's head up, as long as I can bend it, get his neck bent and come in this direction, then man, it's like right off you can get him hopping out smoothly, and you're behind the steer a little bit, and you're not pulling over your horse's back. And now you get a steer that slows down a lot. It's kind of tough, especially with my old horse Beaver. Sometimes he likes to be strong in the corner, but after he told me that, it was fun, that when I get one roped good and just have him healable so fast like that, and not that I wasn't before, but it's like I knew why I was doing it. So it's another time when someone someone gave me some unsolicited advice that I was able to take to heart and profit from. So that's about all I've got to say today. I'm going to hopefully get to practice some this week and go somewhere this weekend and with more confidence this time. And since my horse is working so good and putting all these pieces together, it's taken a lot longer than I thought. And I know that's just the process of learning to win. And I thought I'd be further along than I am right now. But I do know that learning all of this and putting it all together with a stronger foundation is going to allow me to make some leaps and bounds when it does come together, and when I get in the right spot to practice daily and start winning some jackpots. So I'm still more or less treating this like my job. I'm going to, this year, hopefully, or next year, go to World Series finale in Las Vegas and be the best I can be when I get there and see what happens. I know it's a gamble, but it's one I'm going to take and see what God has in store for me. So thanks for watching this. Hope this is inspiring in some way or helpful. If it is, please give me a thumbs up underneath here, comment, subscribe, like, share, what have you. And I'll talk to you next week. Adios.